everyone, I am in Sam's condo and she asked me for some design advice because this is a lovely little place where she lives now. And say hi, Sam. Hi,
hello.
Sam. Sam's the person who's always behind the camera you never get to see, but makes everything work and look good. So I want to give you some tips on how to deal with a small space and to make it look exactly how you want it to look and feel. Let me tell you some of the things that Sam pointed out. First of all, in condos today, or small spaces, most people paint them white, and that's what we have here. Just a plain, bright white. Kitchen is behind us. We're not gonna focus on that too much because it is what it is. Sam had this sofa already, so we're gonna work with this. She said to me, but it's kind of a weird color. And I said to her, you mean charcoal gray? So we're gonna bring it out though. This blanket, we're gonna see if we can work with it. It was a gift. This is kind of the color direction Sam wants to work in. And there's some stuff just sort of shoved on the side. And I asked about the cat tree. Does it have to be here? And the answer is yes. Yes, it does. But I did say to Sam right off the bat, there was another layer. We took that layer down. So it's a little less in your eye, which we're gonna talk about heights of things in a bit. We're gonna keep our fireplace, it's great, electric fireplace and TV. We're gonna clean it up here a little bit and we're gonna deal with the bookcase. We are gonna go shopping and I'm gonna show you how to shop. So I always have with me a little tiny tape measure that I always carry. So this is what I carry with me at all times. I have two of these, little baby tape measures. They're just 10 feet long. So that what I do when I go see a friend or a client, whoever it is, I measure before I go. So I know that this is 48 plus this 34. So I know this is roughly 6.5, 7 feet. So I know what I'm basically looking for. So we're gonna measure for a carpet because Sam asked for a carpet. And one thing I'll say to you is that the bigger the carpet, in some cases, the smaller it can feel. So right now I'm measuring about a 6 foot long thigh. And I know these come in standard dimensions. So a 6 by, where are we? 6 by 4. So chances are that's the size we're gonna look for. It could go up to a 5 by 7, but they're less common today. So I think we're probably in that range. We're gonna look for more of a matte style, maybe something with a little bit of pattern to give a bit of energy here and add a little bit of brightness to break up the sofa. We're gonna do some pillows to add some color. And we're gonna look for some artwork here, which I can measure for. I'm thinking a pair or a single piece, doesn't matter. So 2 feet is good, roughly 3 feet. So we know we're in and about that range. So then I just note all of these so I don't forget. And I know what I'm looking for. And I do think we could use a plant or two. Oh, did you meet the kitty, the princess? She's right there. She's the one that's really dictating this whole thing. See, doesn't she look like a mastermind right there? She's got it all worked out. So those are the things we're gonna look for. We're gonna go shopping and then we're gonna bring it back and see what we can get this to look like. I have an idea in my head of what we wanna go for. So 2, 4, or a single picture here, some kind of grouping here. Some pillows here, we're gonna add a carpet, another coffee table, and because we don't have a lot of room here, I'm gonna highly recommend that you get a round table. So we're gonna look for a little round coffee table here. That's 30 inches, so we're probably somewhere in that. So I always try to take my maximums, so I know that it really can't be 36, it's a little bit big, so I know I'm around 30 is about the right size. So that's what we're gonna do. So that's it. You know what it looks like now. What can we do with a little bit of decor to bring this back to life? Let me show you.
Okay, I'm gonna show you what I have with me here before we go. Remember? My list. Here we go. It's hard not to be distracted while I'm here. That's why I write a list, because I feel distracted already in this aisle. Okay, when we're looking for faux plants, you can do real plants too. Depends on what your tolerance is for looking after them. But when you're looking for faux, these ones tend to be a little bit better succulents just because they tend to have like a glossy plastic, which is what the actual succulents look like. Like to me, this isn't as good because that leaf doesn't look as real. Some of these are good. It's just the wrong size. I need tall. I think the kitty would not like this one bit. So, isn't that cute? Okay, stop fooling around. Not getting things done. The colors that I have in my head to jazz this up, to kind of work with what Sam told me she likes. She likes naturals, contemporary, modern, but warm. So I'm thinking we're gonna look in this kind of color, which is not quite an orange. It's a little bit more on the tan brown side, but with a lot of warmth. So you can see the cedar color there. That's not what we're gonna do. See where it's kind of orange on that wood there? We're not gonna go quite that orange. We're gonna try to be more in this range of color. So it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge to find what we're looking for, but that's why we like to hunt. That's why we like a place like this. I actually kind of like this, Sam, except there's only one, but this is kind of something I feel like could go in your hallway. Ooh, I love these, but they're not for everyone. Except these are all the same. Too bad there's not a pair. Ooh, what about that one? Except it's the other direction. I love that one. Ooh, that one's nice too. What if we did the fox in this one?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, hold on here. Oh, Fox, I love you, Foxy. Look at that. These are made in Canada, so I kind of love that too. Indigenous art. What do you think of those? I mean, it's not what we talked about, but yeah. What do you think of them?
I do like them. Do you think they're small?
I don't know.
Wall?
I don't think so.
And they would just go side by side.
Yeah, long over the sofa instead. Let's see what else is here. No. Okay, here's my lesson. Even if you're not 100% committed, sometimes you should just take it in the cart, because you've spent all the time getting it out and someone else is going to see your brilliance and you come back and get it and it's not there. So give yourself a round of the store before you make a full decision. These are pretty nice though, I gotta say. Especially this one. I feel like this is so Sam. Way to go, HomeSense, good art. See, I know that everyone's loving these, but they're not enough for me. I need a little more like, I love home roofers. Okay, we have an option like this. Ooh, I don't like the trim on it though. Like this is quite nice.
Yeah, that is very nice.
Whoa. I don't like these. See, I think this little guy would be a good, like to put your plant in, like by the window. Oh, whoopsie. Because this is nice. I feel like it could even go outside at some point. Okay, so I like that. We'll have to get a good plant. Oh, thank you. You're so nice. Thank you. Here we are shopping, of course. Nice to see you. Let's see what sizes these are. These are 5x7s, but they're not as like the fluffy ones we were talking about. I like this pattern, but it might be too patterny. And I don't think the color is right, but I do like that. Like, I really like this rug. This is a beautiful rug, and it's really textural and it's very popular right now. But two thoughts about this. It's in a small space because the pattern is so strong, and you can't tell that when you're up close to it. But if you were to walk away, you'll see all these lines as kind of zigzags. It will take over. It will be so bossy. Why do anything else? It will be done. The other thing is, because Samantha has a cat, this would be like, thank you for getting me an entire surface to sharpen my claws on. So probably not a good purchase for this case, but we'll see what else is available. I love that one, but it's too big. I just like the texture and it's soft. Okay, I wonder how hard this is. I don't know. Let's put it on the ground and look. It will definitely lighten your space a lot. Like there it is there. Like it's kind of neat shapes. What do you think of that?
I do like it.
Let's just put it in the cart and see. Remember, if you mildly like it, buy it. Well, no, don't buy it. Pick it up. This is a no. Like this kind of light would be good, you know, to give you something, but it's gold. Nothing's cooperating color-wise. Okay, well, let's try here. Okay, now we're looking for that kind of brownie tan. What do you think of this?
I do like that color.
It's actually a very nice pillow. So there's just some nice details on here. First of all, it's got your gray kind of mixed into it and a few other colors, which is nice. It's got some nice threading on it. This I actually quite like this. Something with a little bit stronger pattern on it. I saw these last time and they're not for you, but they're actually really quite beautiful, you know, for what they are. What do you think of this? I kind of like that. Like, I feel like it's got more of the textures that we're trying to get. It's got a little bit of that color. Like, it's sort of like look at this with this. Like, I feel like they really go together nicely.
I actually really like that.
This is really nice. Okay, that's good. That's our feature. No, because this is a point and our carpet has curves. So it's a no. I had to process through that. Oh, that's cute. That. I like piping. I think it takes a plain fabric and makes it interesting when you do contrast piping. That's what this is called. It's actually a flange, but same thing. Yes? No?
I actually was looking at that one though.
Yeah. So I feel like, again, it has a lot of,
Yeah.
like, the background colors mixed with this. They actually look really nice together. You have a lot of pillows you're going to have to enjoy.
And then this one is warm enough, right? It's
I
not
think
really
so.
white.
I think it's okay. Yeah, it's not, I wouldn't say it's really white. I'd say it's probably closer to your kitchen cabinets, which will give it like a nice lift, but we still need a plant. So I'd love to find you a blanket like this, only not this color. Super cute, but again, it's so cute if you have a dog and you want a theme. This is it. Everything's green. What is going on? I want to add in another light colored one. Something's telling us we need green. I see that.
Okay.
Yeah, should we mix that in? Okay. Ugh. Is this a joke? Wow. See, it picks up this. See how it ties into this? So the idea is to move your eye around. How do you feel about this style of plant? Too fake, huh? Okay. That one's nice. Oh, they're cute. We want to get some of those anyway. Oh, so cute. What's with me in the green today? What do you think of that? It's cute. Versus cute. It's good in our colors because it's not white. We just don't want white. Even though we have white walls, the thing that makes white look good is when you add other colors to it. So one of my favorite combinations is whites, creams, ivories, beiges, tans, right down to that really good sort of wood color that we just can't seem to find right now. Oh, look, they're like baby and mama. Look, mama, baby. That was an accident. So far we still do not have a table, but we might have to go elsewhere for that. Okay, I have reached my 1 cart limit, which means I'm gonna go get these. And then we still have some things to look for, like our coffee table, maybe some accessories, not sure yet, but I'm gonna go get these ones for now.
Okay, I'm back from shopping and I've unwrapped everything and hung the 2 pictures that we got from HomeSense. So you can see we put them really close. Now, they weren't exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking originally maybe black and white and a little bit neutral, but I feel like the touch of color in art is actually a really nice way to tie things into a space. And it just happened that I know Sam likes them, so why not? Okay, next thing we're gonna do is our carpet. So the carpet is neutral and the pattern is also neutral. So I'm gonna lay this out and hopefully this looks good. Almost got it done here. Okay, next thing is we're gonna do the coffee table. Okay, let me show you what we found. We found this table. It's perfect. It's got, let me show you here. It's got storage inside, just like this. It's a nice teak top, and this is perfect for a small space living, and it was on sale, which is ideal. Okay, I'm gonna move it in place. I've got our base in place, and when I had measured, the size had to be 30 inches or a little bit less or a little bit more, and I think we're pretty good for size. I love that this is nice and compact and the round means I can get around easily. And some of the thinking here is you notice how the rug has the rounded pattern here, and then you have the round table here, and then the art repeats that round. It's just an easy way to get things to connect and look like they belong together. Okay, now it's time to do some accessorizing. So I'm gonna grab our stuff and start laying it out on here to connect our art to our table to the rest of the space. But I'm gonna take my shoes off because I feel like I shouldn't be walking on the rug. This light picks up on the kitchen cabinets. So, and the kitchen cabinets are not white. They have a tint to them, but it's cream. I don't really want to think about that. Big pillow with cream back on it, which is nice. So one of the easiest ways to make a room kind of make sense when you're really struggling with how to connect the dots, which I think that's what Sam was struggling with, is most of us can understand how to buy a sofa. It's just how do you put the other parts together. So one thing that I like to do to help people connect their spaces is use personal items. These are actually Sam's pieces. These are pieces that she loves and reads. And you'll notice that these happen to connect really well to the pieces of art that we bought. And you know, when you really want to give space energy, add art with color and pick up a few accessories. Right now everything's big and black and white and lovely, but sometimes that can be too harsh and it just doesn't take you in your mind where you want to go, and that's what color does. It adds that, oh look, look who's in charge there. And then of course adding a plant, natural or artificial, is totally fine. This is a tray Sam had, and then she loves her candles. So just making a grouping on your table like this works great. You could put it on a tray so it's a little easier to take off, or because this is movable, you can use this as a tray on its own. The other thing I did on the bookcase was I actually tried to stack the books together by color. So these are, again, books that Sam has. One out of there, but you can see here what I did was kind of said, oh, okay, all the darker in here, the light over to the blue, and same thing down here. That out now that I've removed one from here. Anyway, this is how you kind of make these feel like they make more sense. Do this and then pull them all forward. So this is the way to tidy a bookshelf. Pull all the books forward so they're all the same amount of depth, so their spines align. This, and then try to kind of move the colors together, because you'll find that actually helps to make them look a lot tidier. So just tidying and straightening this up can make a huge difference, and adding in our small accessories in here can really change the space and make it feel more cozy. And you saw that whole cart of things that we purchased, and yet you look at it in here and it hardly feels like we did anything, but it does make a huge difference, and I hope Sam really ends up liking it.
I love it, Jane. Thank you.
You're welcome.